It's time to get it. Okay, and okay, so seems like everyone is called again. Cheers to the camera. So let's. Previously, you asked us we asked you to do a warm up. Let us do the warm up this way. Perhaps you will understand us better what we do. Okay, usually. Okay. Nice. Let's just use the sabers now and rotate them a little. Okay, and up, down, 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 up, down. No running this time. No running. Yes. Down, no running. Down. Look it down. Okay. And up. Jump, jump, jump. Shake the pizza. Front, back, front, back, front, back, release the pumps, wait, prefer no. Go there. Focus. Stop. Four pieces. A widziałeś statku kiedyś? Okay. And let's look horizontal. And one horizontal, there's some dużo nie zostało. This is natural because let me see very cool.
But it's nice when
Okay. Thanks. That's a short one, but the second part, please come again. We just wanted to explain what was the most typical part for us parts. So, improvisation, like 5 without things. Okay? We start.
Now I understand why they.
And let's do it all together. Just choose your pair, okay? And improvise for a moment and we fast then. Fast. Just start improvising.
That's right. Maybe can I borrow one more?
One more. Do two more of those and we carry on. Okay.
I did all everything in.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, so now we can do. We're going to sing something of some advanced form.
Maybe later.
Or the other request, but partake. I imagine some of you also may ask. Not that is bad. Okay. And is to explain and show, maybe let you try a little, our tournament rules and how our official tournament works, what are the role of the judges, what kind of judges we have, and so far. Maybe it will be a little less active for you, but we'll try to find ways for you to also jump in and try. Okay. So let's explain a couple of things very quickly. In Ludosport, Ludosport is a combat training system, and from the first years, the goal was to create a sport, and the sport means there are competitions, official competitions, of course with rules, with points, winners and losers, of course. Okay. So in the years, the system evolved. Okay. Probably it will evolve more in time because things are really in motion in Ludosport. Okay. But right now, from some years, we have set a standard, but it's holding more or less, at least from after the COVID. We didn't have very much big changes, maybe some details inside just about details for outside. I know you can spend hours talking about it, but we won't. Okay. So how does this work? David, we already talked this morning about the points. No, so O. So a regular tournament of Ludosport works with pools and then an elimination phase. Okay. During pools, you are in pools with maybe 7 or 8 more people. Okay, and you face everyone in your pool. Okay, and the standard rule, the standard, let's say, length of one duel in the pool is with the rule, we call it the 3 assaults. Okay, so we are playing for 3 points. Okay, so we are fighting, bam, 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 he hit me, bam, oh, he gets a point. When we fight again, he hit me again, bam, oh, he gets another point, 2-0 for him, the duel goes on, because there is another point that each of us can win. Okay, so again, bam, start, I got the third point, he wins 2-1, but still I got a point that can help me in the pool to be qualified for the final. So we call each, let's say, exchange, we call it an assault. Okay, so we have to perform 3 assaults, no matter who wins the first 2. Okay, and there also the possibility to end even also 0-0. Why? Because we didn't talk about it this morning, but there is a thing, but it's quite common, especially when you first start winning Ludosport. Okay, but it's called double O. An O is a point of the target. Okay, when we arrive more or less at the same time, like a second, bam, O, the judge will stop and say doppio. Doppio means double. Okay, this means that none of us got a point, and the assault is burned. Okay, so if we do 3 of this, we finish 0-0. It's not good for everyone. Okay, so there is no advantage in taking a doppio because you are both losing. This is something that prevents people to just try to attack. It's better to defend, try to defend and block, but just both losing. Okay, these are the pools. Then we go the best of the pools. If there is elimination, sometimes all the pools just go for final phase. We go to the final phase. The final phase is no more assaults, but it's best of. So usually it's best of 5, it can go up best of 7, according to the length and the rules of the tournament. So we start, okay, the first of us that goes 3 points win and goes on the tournament. Okay. In this case, the doppio, the double O, means 0 for both of us, but still we have to reach 3 or 4 or 5 according to the rules of that tournament. Okay. Until the final, and the final will decree the winner of the tournament. Okay. And while we are fighting, trying to get in points, there is actually another, let's say, competition going on at the same time, but it's the style competition. Because, of course, there will be, like, there will be an arena judge, okay, but will, after a point, stop, go back.
Okay, I will talk with the other official, decide the point.
Needed.
This means that he has been hidden, so 1-0, centro, guardia, via.
and go. Okay, so there is the official that will declare the points and the beacons, but at the same time, sit on a chair behind the desk with an aerial note in his hands, but will assign style points. Okay, style points are connected to the way we move, we do the techniques, we perform our sequences, we go, we keep the saber in motion, we do complex techniques and this kind of stuff. There are a lot of parameters. I'm not an official style judge, so I will.
No, I will take the phone.
Okay. I will let Sarah explain to you the parameters. Okay. She will be very quick because there are a lot of details. There is a specific course for becoming a style judge and also an official of arena. Okay, with exams and training videos and a lot of stuff. So it's not an easy thing. Okay, to become one. But she will just explain a little, and maybe me and David will try to.
Nothing.
I mean, okay.
Okay. The question I heard before from Bartek is how do you style judge something that is done with multiple weapons all together, multiple styles all together, with common parameters for every kind of fight, for every kind of style. Okay, so we have this application that we developed to do the style judges. We have 5 technical parameters and 6 technical parameters and 2 general parameters. The first 3 are the general fight parameters. So the first one is how you perform basic techniques. So how many do you perform? Do you vary among styles, or do you keep on with the same style? Do you perform a laterale destro? Instead of correct laterale destro, you perform a stab, or you perform something like that. Your buzz points lowers. Okay, I will not give you buzz if give me the saber. I will just do some example with form 1 where you have seen laterale pendente. Okay, if the person do this and this on the face, for me it's 0 in buzz point because you cannot even do the basic techniques. The second one is the movement, the coefficient that evaluates the movement, which includes the management of the distance and the movement in space. So if at some point they start fighting with reaching the face, or at some point they both collapse and do, for example, the double O, so they close the distance together, this means that they don't have a good management of the distance during the fight. Therefore, again, not enough points. Instead, he, for example, I don't know, due laterale, aiming here correctly, and I just do this and avoid it. So, perfect management of the distance. I didn't do anything, but just managing the length of the blade, his body, watching at him, I just avoided the hit. So,
the points is for you.
So for me, my coefficients for the movement will raise a little bit. Then there is a general evaluation of the fight, so these are just examples that we would take into account. Then there is the dynamic, so if a person fights just with one attack and then guardia, one attack and guardia, no dynamic. Instead, sequences, attacking, defense, sequences, come on. Okay, attacking, defending, etc. The coefficient for dynamic goes up. And this is it's not something about the forms. You can use whichever form you want. These are general coefficients that we will evaluate watching at the movement. Then there are common complex techniques and a specific part of complex techniques, just because they are pretty difficult to perform, therefore they are a separate category, but it's like their presence and how good they perform complex techniques. I don't know, circolare? Try?
Okay.
1 second, just 1 second. Laterale and then pendente. Yes. For example, this is a technique that form 3, and it's not in dynamic, but it's a technique that is pretty difficult to perform in a fight, to perform with the correct tempo, the correct misura, without being hidden, because there is a rotation and whatever. Therefore, this as a separate a separate category for the complex techniques. And then there is the general evaluation of the combat. So after you have thought about all these categories, okay, now at the end you thought about the general combat and you gave it a rating. For now we just have points between 0 and 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3,
For
every category. And then there are actually 3 more categories that are, the first one is the difficulty of the fight. This is something that rarely we assign because it depends on the balancement of the fight. For example, if he is the world champion and he has begun the Ludosport in 2 months, okay, it depends on what's happening. If he is being very, very, very annoying and steady, so like that, and he is trying to do something nice, some good techniques, but he can't because there is the walls in the middle and it's very, very difficult, I will give the point, the difficult point to him, because he was not able to express his correct way, his technical way of fighting. Instead, very, very good, very bad, but he knows about prima croce, first cross, and he performed it correctly, so you are, yes, staying in guardia, but also trying to fight, so you are fighting, you will try to do fendenti, laterale, try to do some kind of dynamic or whatever. He is, yes, nice, okay. Okay, now you can kiss, okay. Like this, the difficulty point goes to him, because if he behaves correctly enough, he behaved correctly for his experience, and he did whatever he wanted to do. So the point is for him. Then there is a subjective category, that is the only subjective category that is really like, I am the judge, but I don't know, he is super beautiful, I love him. He did something amazing, okay, so I can give some points if there is something that for us it's very, very important and for us it didn't feel in the other categories. And finally there is the penalties. We have penalties also for style, for some very specific things, for example, the particularly dangerous technique, for example, the thrust. If someone does a thrust during a fight, we give a penalty also in style, or a lateral on the face, or some hits directed to the face, which are not mistakes, but really hits on the face or something. There are also other ways to get a penalty, but this is the main one. Okay, and it's a hard penalty because, just to go a second in the math, each click, so each time I add a point somewhere, it adds to the point 0.2. Okay, a penalty removes 0.5, so it removes 2 clicks and a half from the points. Therefore, it's a very, very, very big penalty.
Usually, if you get even 1 penalty during a tournament, probably you are for sure out of the podium.
Yes. In general, if you get even 1 penalty, your medium grade will drop so much that you will be for sure out of the podium. So it's a thing we use very carefully. The side judge use very carefully, but when
Depends on the side judge.
they should use it very carefully. But when it's needed, and therefore it's correct to use them. Okay, so in general, this is the system. As you can see, I talked about basic techniques, complex techniques, distance measure, and this kind of stuff. These stuff are common to every style and to every weapon. So the style judge can, without problems, evaluate all kind of weapons. Of course, if he has also studied for some time the weapons and the styles, it's easier. But in general, to evaluate distance measure, and if a technique, if I know nothing about the long blade, for example, but if I see, okay, probably with my body which is out of balance, the misura is totally wrong, the wrists that are doing stuff, probably this is something that doesn't exist. Even if I know nothing about the long saber. Okay. Anyway, during our courses, the teacher, the professor, well, the person who is doing the course is also showing some complex techniques and some techniques of all the forms with all the weapons, so that the style judge can have a little bit introduction at least to all the styles with all the weapons. One important thing that I didn't mention, I mentioned it, but it's very important. We evaluate only what happens in the misura. So, if they start to fight like that, and they start to do the coolest things ever. Okay, this, for example, this is not a fight for us. This is not a fight because they were not even close to the measure. For us, a fight is, I want to hit him in the proper targets. If I move a lot outside of measure, it's nothing. I am here with my phone watching all this. Okay, I did nothing. Okay, then when they start to get closer and they start to actually engage in fight, so there are some blocks, for example. There are some blocks, so it means that the movements were at least close enough to threat the opponent enough to block. Then, okay, then I start to watch what's happened and to evaluate. Okay.
It's a little complicated, I know. In fact, people, if you want to become a style judge, usually you have to be at least 3 years of experience. You should have, okay, in Ludosport, because you should know at least basics and have experience on tournaments and some things. Okay. And then there is a course, there is an exam. Not everybody passes it.
No.
And so, because it's in their power to determine then winners of tournaments. And we have the two, at the end of the tournaments, we have two rankings, so the arena ranking and the style ranking, and they are both equally priced. So we will have two podiums, one for the arena and one for the style, and they are the same. So in every rated tournament, we can have two champions. Okay, it can be also just one. It happens quite often, but the best in arena is also the best in style, because ideally, if you do our technique properly, you win. Okay, most of the time. Generally. Well, no, it's not every time, but it happens quite a lot. Let's say it's very uncommon to see people with a large gap at the end of the tournament in the ranking between arena and style. Okay, maybe you are first and fourth. Okay, so maybe someone did something better, but you managed to get a point. Okay, anyway, but it's difficult to see a winner of arena being like 50 in a style. Okay, because it doesn't matter. So it doesn't match with the parameters. Okay, if the parameters
more
are
or less powerful. So the rankings are for the one person more or less powerful.
Usually, the idea is that if you perform a good style, good techniques, good measure, good timing, good sequences, it's more probable that you will also get a point. Okay, because you're performing things better, and if you perform things better, sometimes it can happen that you just miss by a chance, or it's just a little too fast, even with a worse technique, but it can happen, okay, and so you lose the point. But usually, people who are good in making points are also good in style, usually. There are some few, very few, not all exceptions, but there are exceptions.
The last year is even more and more true.
Sorry?
In last years is more and more
Yes,
true.
since we
Sometimes
introduced
ago, it was not that true, but also because the style judgment was not as developed as now. Now the style judgment is better, and so quite often the podium of arena and style is or the same or pretty much the same.
Okay. So, since I don't want you to stay sick all the afternoon, okay, do you want anything else to say about tournaments, or do you have any questions?
Which is to add, it also encourages people to score style points, therefore to have a good style, so that like dirty techniques and very sloppy, like I'm gonna get your hands and get the points right after, which is effective but very bad. Like it's not fancy at all. This is encouraged by the fact that there is another ranking also. So even if at the end maybe the podiums are similar, but they actually are not, because
Yes, it can change. And also another thing, but this style judgment has been created because, of course, as Manon said, masters wanted to encourage people to do things in a certain way, not just go trying to hit the opponent just like knights on horse, okay? And that allows the tournaments to be a little more beautiful to see, okay? And also the style rank is somehow above the arena rank, because, for example, in case of ties in the arena, like both me and David have been eliminated in the top 32, okay? But then the people saw none of us was in the top 16, okay? So we would have been ranked 17 or 32. How to decide? In based on style. So if David is the best in style on the people who got eliminated in the top 32, he will be 17 also in the arena. I'm the worst, I will be the 32. Okay, and between 17 and 32, it's really important because it can change, for example, the access to the national tournament or to the international tournament. This large gap of position. So people want to arrive high in the arena, but they want also to keep high style points, because if we got eliminated at certain points, those are very important to rank up also in the other category. So it's a system that push you a lot to perform style points and to do things the way the masters thought they are supposed to do. That's more or less the idea. Okay, some questions, I think, but maybe. Okay.
Well, let me explain that the whole point, like asking, was that we are looking for ways to like evaluate ourselves, like style, and how you do it. Like, and then you said it's almost equal, so it seems like irrelevant now. Like, if the scoring is the same as the points, then what's the point?
No, it's not the same, but one influences the other. Okay. Let's say that if I got more points, I will win the tournament. Okay. I will become the winner of the arena.
Do you ever do it like separately, or they're always the same tournaments, like for score, for style, and
It's the same tournament.
Always the same.
Yes. Okay. So when we have a rated tournament, every time there is the points all 3 points for me, and they go on in the tournament. Okay. Next level 32, 16, 8, 4 quarters, and so on. But these 3 all are being evaluated by the style judges, but also are giving a style rank. Okay, so I am then at the end the winner, and then they say, okay, this is the list, and I'm 4 in style, because yes, maybe I did a lot of points, but some of them were not very good. Okay, right, first I touch it, but with not maybe a clean technique or managing bad the distances. I did a lot of doppio. Okay, I got some penalties because maybe I did a lot of beautiful rings, but one every 10 attacks I put a laterale here. Okay, and penalty. Okay, for side. Okay.
So it's not only the techniques that have been developed that we use are efficient when you do them correctly. So that's why you have somewhat like some form of correlation between the style and the war. You just like when you do stuff correctly at a good distance, to like good tempo and everything, actually it works much better. So that's why like the top ranking now at Champions Arena most of the times have a good, really good style and really good war in terms of positioning, just because they do the technique like really properly, and actually it makes them more efficient than before. That's why you have some correlation. But I would say like maybe the top 5. I mean, the top 5 is somewhat correlated. You can find people in the top 5 with war and style, but then the 13 in the middle is nonsense. It's really different.
Okay.
You will have people like being top 1 in war and maybe 15
So
in
you
style.
started then. Do you have like weight limits, like weight leagues,
No.
like size leagues?
No.
So like
Not for now.
this tall person can fight.
Yes.
this tall
Even
person.
we are in the same tournament.
Same tournament. Okay.
So for now there are no differences in terms of sex, I mean gender or like weights or anything. Not for now.
Changing forms, changing styles,
No.
throughout, changing styles, changing forms, changing weapons throughout the tournament.
You You can, yes, of course. You can use every style you know during the duel, okay? And each duel, if you want, you can change your weapon. Not in the same duel, okay? So if we start with long saber, I do a point, or I do a point, I can say, okay, let me change my weapon and come back to you. No, we have to finish this match, okay, until there is a winner with the same weapon we choose to start. Okay, but then maybe I win against him, and then next I will fight against Manon and say, okay, with Manon, I will go with the Saber stuff because I don't know, reasons. I don't know how to use it because I want to lose.
Any more questions?
It's not something that I heard from someone else. It's my opinion, which I'm going to give. I think that style, as for myself as an athlete, is something more achievable than points. For example, in the Champions Arena, with the top 64 athletes in the world, which a lot of them are men, of course, with more stamina than I have, which is a reality. But in the arena, style and technical precision is something that is, I think, as achievable for me as for that, for example. So we meet more in the same level in style, and it happens that you can reach the podium in style, even if you've been kicked out in, I don't know, like 8th final, because your matches were fewer, but they were in such a good quality of style that even if you don't have more matches to make more points, since the points you have are reduced to the number of matches that you count under.
You do the average, okay, for
So
style.
yes, it's an average. So you can show a beautiful, technically beautiful style and still get a good ranking.
And then how does it correlate with the top scoring that we say is all the same?
Often, there are not always.
It happens that not. And because it's for the reason Bob said, it's because when you train a lot as much as the top champions, then you're good at both.
Okay. How can we practice?
Okay, so my suggestion is we can see for like half an hour something more about Form 1, if you agree. So I give you a couple more techniques to use. And then we can try to do some sparring again, like this morning, okay? And try to have a judge and a style judge judging your sparring, your duels, okay? Like we are in a tournament, okay? Of course, let's say like we are in a very training, in a very good training, not a tournament, because if I say the word tournament, you're all like, oh, I have to win now. Okay, we're not going to do a tournament, okay? We're going to do just some judged matches, okay? Just to let you understand how our judging system works, and let you experience the feeling to have a judge saying, okay, stop, point, no point, penalty, whatever. Okay, so we can go back in training a little for one. We will see very quickly the low attacks. Okay, so maybe you can try them, and then if you can do it in judging matches and get a lot of this for stuff. Okay. So I see that we have a new arrival. One. What's your name? You got it. Conrad, welcome. Okay. So Conrad, I'm sorry but you missed the morning training, so probably you will feel a little lost with some positions and techniques that we have done in the morning. But maybe when we are doing the training matches, I don't know, one of us, maybe Arid or Manon, can explain you very quickly the laterale, just to make you know what we need. Okay. very quickly, just to also let at least Conrad see what we have done this morning. So again, Form 1, our guardia position in Form 1, so this very relaxed stance, very balanced, okay, 2 hands on our saber. Are you a left-hander, Conrad?
One more.
Are you a left-hander? Fantastic. Okay, okay, very relaxed stance, always frontal to our opponent, okay, and we have seen the fendente, block, okay, we have seen the laterale, okay, and the laterale and brothers. Okay, these are the 3 things, and then we linked it, like in the legatura, okay, and so on. This is what we have done so far. So, we've seen high attack, lateral attack, okay, over prima croce, the first cross, okay, and also we're going to see, you've seen against this morning, we're going to see the low attacks and how they work. As I said this morning, we have 2 low attacks, okay, Montana, the one we showing, and the one I showed later, okay. So, how the movement how the movement works, okay, right now is the knee of my opponent, that is our first closer target for a point, okay. So, our vertical position, again, we have the dissipating movement, okay, that you already know, okay. While doing the dissipating, in this case, we remove the saber little on our side, because we want to add a vertical rotation, and of course, we can rotation here. If we do a rotation here, it will be here, okay, and I want which you declare it, and it's a point for your opponent.
Yes.
It happens. It happens. It happens. Yes, exactly. International tournament.
It happens a lot with the space that.
It sounds like
So, disimpeño, little by right, okay, and then we do a spin backwards, we call it ring, okay, near, no, sorry, ring and near in Ludosport terms, okay, so we do near with 2 hands, okay, here, closer, and front, okay. It goes here, as soon as it surpasses my neck, I okay, so one motion, it will be something like this, okay, and here to the knee, okay. Think through, not this, no, this will be a very hard penalty, okay, because you are passing in front of the face with your leg, and it can be dangerous, okay. For a knee. Aiming for a knee, and look, my left hand is one more. Grabbing the saber is here, just blocking the action and pushing it back. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, if I do this is dangerous. Okay, the judge will stop the match. I say stop. Okay, and if you were too much close, it will give you already a little card, but it's a point for the point. Okay, if you already carry here, you just a white, but it's an ammunition, just a verbal ammunition, no point for opponent, but you can be very cautious. So, 1, 2, okay, then we will do it again. Exactly. If you want to reach, okay, you push your hands So we've seen montante, okay, and then we have the other attack, the rovescio. Rovescio is a little exception in one, okay, because we've seen this morning I can't perform it hands because hands will cross it. So it will be disimpegno, rotation, having the line towards my target, the feet in a line target, rotation the wrist, okay, and this, okay, keeping the blade parallel to my body and on the line of the feet. So I'm not doing this, I'm not bending like this, I'm doing this, okay, and searching for a vertical line. But it's harder for us to defend than this, okay. This is the harder line to defend for us, okay. Okay, let's start practicing the movement and see the exercises. Okay, so like this morning, find your place, do a line. You can do again one front, one back. No, no. Okay, you don't need a lot of space on your side. It's always suggested. So, okay. So we will start with the montante, but it's the technique on your right. So don't go on my side, go on the right side. Okay. So from here we have disimpegno, little movement of just the blade on your right. Okay, and then rotation, step. Okay, always remember to do a step. You are attacking. You need to reach your opponent. Okay, if you don't need to reach your opponent, a step to reach your opponent, you are ready to go. Jump. One, disimpegno. Two, on the side, rotation and step. Guardiamo. 1, 2, 3. Guardiamo. Try not to turn your wrists at the end, so it's not this and this, okay, because this easily becomes this, and we don't want. We are here, we go back to the same rotation. Bam, 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 bam. This is good. If you do this, probably stretching all the okay, so 1, 2. And always remember, you always start first and advance later, okay? So, say your third starts, then it's all as you are bringing in front of you. That's why, because maybe she just stay, okay? She just, I want to do montante, she put the leg down, or trying to get, if my leg is behind me, this is already a target, okay? Instead, leg first, I can manage myself to be safe. Okay, so I will not do anything, but I can save myself. Leg first, and then step, okay? Let's do it one single movement, very, very slow, okay? Follow my speed. Andiamo. Montante. 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 Guardiamo. Montante. Okay, nothing too difficult. Since, okay, only things to remember, two things are to remember very well. Don't go up, okay? Here, your target is the knee. I don't need to go here. I mean, you're killing, okay? And the second thing is don't turn your wrist away. The wrist stays here, ready to push the leg in this position. If you twist up in the face. Okay? Let's try it out. So, rovescio. Guardiamo you just for this practice to start with your left foot in front of you. It will be more easy to do all the way. So, here, disimpegno, rotation, and this is a 90-degree rotation, the new line. Rotation of the wrist, I will explain you later why. On the other side, again, empeño, rotation, rotation wrist, and then rotation and lower myself a bit, okay? Keeping my balance, yeah. 1, 2, 3, release, and go, exactly, and go back, okay. Keep to go back to count, because this will help us to connect all the go back to your sequence. Okay, so let's try to do it in one single movement. Rovescio. Vediamo. Rovescio. Guardiamo. Rovescio. Guardiamo. Rovescio. Ok. Let's see. Little tip just to let you understand how the creation of our technique works. What to do with the left hand in this case, okay? When I do a ratio, my left hand is here. Why? Because in the ratio, I'm lowering myself a little, okay? So maybe in the same time, because we are attacking at the same time, she's performing a laterale, okay? Do the laterale, her natural target will be here, and she's correct. If in the same time I'm doing the ratio, I'm lowering myself, okay, and she's at my face. In this case, it's not her fault, it's my fault, because I lowered the target, okay? She's at the correct position, but I lowered the target, okay? So if she hit in the face with control, of course, if she smashed me, it's her fault. But if she just touched me, even in the face, in this case, it's a point for her, okay? Why the hand here? Because of course, I want to protect my face, okay? I'm putting it a little at risk, okay? And in case, basically protect my face. Still a point for her. It's not her fault if she aimed in my face because I lowered the target. I changed the target, so it's my responsibility. Not fault, responsibility. Okay? She has the responsibility to keep control of the technique, okay? Not smashing the face. Okay? Exactly. It looks very close.
This experiment, actually, you touched her, she touched you, but she didn't point.
Oh, no, okay.
It was not obvious?
Yes, if I touch her, maybe I did a very bad ratio, so I don't touch her.
Okay.
Okay, in this case, it's a point for her. Okay. And it's not a penalty because the target was correct and they lowered. Okay.
But if you touch leg and she touched your face, then
Probably it's an option. Okay, so we've seen the attacks, and as we did this morning, now let's see how to defend from these low attacks. Okay, these are a little. If you can come close again, because this is a little more technical. Okay, so we have the prima and the seconda, so the first and the second blocks, parries, but are little different blocks and parries from the one we have seen. So remember, we have seen fendente, vertical attack, horizontal block. We have seen laterale, horizontal attack, vertical block. Again, we can't do an horizontal block like this. It makes no sense. Okay, it's very hard to see what's there. Okay, so we have seen it quickly this morning. We have to do not blocks, not proper blocks, but little deviations. Okay, so prima. So, she runs a ratio, I will perform prima. Okay. Closer. Okay. So I intercept the blade here in front of me and move it a little side. This way, even if she leans forward trying to reach me, I'm protected. Okay, and also the side I have an advantage. Okay. The same thing on the other side. So she's taking my knee, okay? I remove my knee if it's advanced. I put here is a little bit of a line, and even if she advances a little, she's forward, she's out, and she can't reach me. Okay? So that's my indication. How to perform? This is more. It will make you understand. leg, cutting more or less the line here, okay? And then when I intersect it, I will just move it a little. So the motion will be this. I have to remove the leg, it will be okay. So it's not okay, but just imagine that that's more or less following the center line, okay? Okay? After this, intersect out. Okay? Same thing on the other side. Cover this line, intersect out. Okay? This can also no. So the idea is deep, going through the center line, going see, with knee, covering both base, push it down. Okay. What we want to avoid is the mistake. And do something like this. In profession, you do something very mistempo. It can work if I have timing. Okay. I don't know how fast or slow she will be. Okay. And if I do just she's okay. So the idea is that I cover this line, I know how fast or slow she will be, and outside here. Okay. But usually it doesn't shine a little. I can follow. Okay. So I keep her outside. We are on shoulders. Okay. And the sides. So okay, so lines. Let's try the berries, blocks. Huh? Later, let's try a little just for fun, so we will correct, because some of you, I bet, will have some issues in how to turn your wrist, and Bart is already ready to check you. Okay, we will just do a couple from this side, then Sarah will stay here doing the example, and the rest of us will pass to try to correct if there are very big mistakes. So, just for the exercise, we start with the front foot, with the right foot in front, sorry. Okay, so we already are forced to do a step back because we don't want to hit ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to call the prima, that means that you are blocking with the hands going on the right, and you have to do a step back to do so. Guardia, very slow. Okay, prima. Guardia. Prima. Guardia. Prima. Ok, guardia. Prima. Exactly, guardia. You probably notice that in a prima, your hands should cross your wrist. Probably it will cross, okay? This is the position. In this position, you can, your left hand is able to, you don't have to keep it very tight, but you can release some, always stay in contact, but release some fingers to be more comfortable. Okay, guardia. Prima. Good. Guardia. Good. Prima. Okay. Watch out not to go on a line with your feet. Okay. When you go back, you have two rails. It's always the two rails. Okay. If you're doing this, you're completely out of balance. Guardia. Prima. Okay. Nice. Guardia. Prima.
feet need to go on the line, you can always guardiamo. Prima. Okay. Guardiamo. Remember not to rotate the saber, okay? In order to understand if you are to autocorrect yourself. If your tip goes outside,
Guardia. Montante, very slow, you don't have. Okay. Lisa, you can keep your hand a little lower. Okay? The movement was correct, okay? But you did it like this. You said very closely. Guardia, no. Guardia, montante. Good. Guardia, don't anticipate your block. You have to wait right here and then push. Guardia, if you're just here, you're giving them space. Guardia, montante. Guardia, montante. Guardia. And now, ready on the other side with rovescio. The other side. Yes, correct. Guardia. Guardia. Rovescio. Yes. Not anticipate. Guardia. Rovescio. Guardia, not bad, not bad. Don't forget your left hand, your left chin behind you. Rovescio. Go. Montante. Guardia. Montante. Guardia. Rovescio. Guardia. Laterale destro. Right. Okay. Yes, most of you. Okay, so these guys, come here. Come here.
Before doing this sport, I learned Italian while
Before, okay, we will try another dynamic exercise. No attacks and blocks, but this is so far. Maybe before starting, you will teach him. You can stay on the side. No, here on the side you have to hold the space. We want to press here. Okay, so that you can perform the prima lettura. Okay, so we can see the seconda lettura. We see the seconda lettura with laterali and tendente. Okay. So the one. Okay. Now we will see the prima. Okay. But it will have the lower tax and again the tendente because it's good technique is so how it works. I will start with animation, example, which you block. I will go up with a tendente. I will go down with a montante. Down, and so on. Okay? It is not difficult, but there are things to link from change a little. We'll start with a low blocks. Then, easiest figure, think of a circle. I don't want my tip to go out of the circle. So, easiest thing, just raise up your hands from this position to this position. I just have to raise up my hands and change the, let's say, the direction of the blade. Okay? From here, little more tricky. I will do from these positions, switch, bringing my tip back here inside the line, covering this. Up. Okay. Idea back. From here, I'm doing this. Back. This. Back. The main mistake that will happen to you, for sure, okay, will be to just do this. Okay, because it's very much. I have to go back. Okay. Let's say focus not to make it happen. Okay. So again, we will try. So you can start already. You can start already in pairs. So 2 years, 2 years, pair. Come on. Everyone here. 6 people here. In front, one in front of the other. Another pair here. Last 3. So, guardia. Left leg, right or left leg? I don't really care. It's the same. It's the same.
Like you said,
You can do, that was for the easy exercise. Okay, if you want to do the ratio, this is more comfortable, but I can do the ratio start from here. This is the most common. Okay, if I start from here, I can go back. Okay, or it depends on the distance. I can do directly this and then this. Okay. The important thing is that before I start releasing my leg, I align my feet in the direction of my foot. Then back. Okay. Guardia. We start with elevation. So on your left for the attackers, on your right for defenders. So, rovescio, fendente, 2 hands, thank you, montante on the other side, yes, fendente, everyone's very good, rovescio, fendente, montante, fendente, rovescio, and gone. Okay, you can come back. You don't need to move. I will put it. Stay. Come on. When you bend, remove it. What's that? Yeah, let's see how far you apart from misplay, you're more safe. And okay, so I call the name first task, just make sure you remember. Guardia, we always start with rovescio on your left. Okay? So rovescio, fendente, montante, fendente, rovescio, fendente, montante, and go on. Good job. Yes. Bam, bam, bam. Yes. Okay. Ready to go back? Okay. Let's do it together. Guardia. Guardia. Rovescio. The other one. Guardia again. Starting again on the left. First attack on the left. Guardia. Rovescio. The one again. Just go. Exactly. Fendente. Montante. Fendente. Rovescio. Fendente. Montante. Come on, you can go a little faster. Okay. Yes. Keep it. Good, good. Bam, bam, bam. Yes, yes. Good. 2 hands to your right. Okay. Good job.
Hey, focus!
Okay, guys, wait, second, just let me explain you a couple more things. Okay, couple more things, guys, to explain. Yes, we can. Okay, so, how unofficiated duel works, okay? Usually there are people calling the people in the arena, so Bartek versus Matthias, this kind of stuff, okay? You will prepare yourself, there are signs usually, so let's say one person will stay here, one person will stand here, okay? Usually our arenas is a circle, okay? We have a circle appears. So I will say saluto, so you do the saluto that we see this morning, okay? Guardia, and then I will be in between this opponent and we say here. When I say here, you can start to do it, okay? Every time I see something that can be a point, something very, very wrong, something that calls me to stop with words, I will say stop. When you hear stop, you stop. And you go back to your starting position. Then I will tell you what happened. So the basic declaration will be, for example, oh, it means that you receive the points and you make on. Okay. Oh, and then 1, 0, guardia, via, again, there are coming other calls, like there was, remember the E, we thought this morning, if I hit him here, he has to do E, and open the guardia, and then don't be much precise, okay, now. But for example, if I'm attacking, and he just got me on an E, even if I finish my attack is not 1 anymore. So I will not stop, but then say, because maybe the action was very fast, and they saw the E first, and then I say, okay, I say, okay, E on O, okay, quindi nullo, this means nullo, do it again, nothing, okay. Or there is the doppio, in case you do yourself. Okay, so, yes,
Yes.
okay, so saluto. Okay, we'll do our best of 5. Just okay. Guardia. Very slow. Where's something? Okay. Via. Stop. Oh, exactly. Okay. In this case, I can assign a point to you, but since your attack for me was a little too strong, it wasn't that strong, but not as we teach you today, okay? I say penalty, too strong, and the wrong target also, okay? The target you learned today is here, okay? So yellow, 1, 0, because a yellow penalty means a point for the opponent. Yes. Okay. I could have given just a white card, and it was just a warning, but now I want to be strict. Okay, I want you to try to stay in what you learned. Bien. Stop. Okay. That wasn't okay. That wasn't. Thank you. That wasn't the technique that we learned today, but still, I can. And probably Sarah won't give any style point, but for me it was good. Okay, he hit you in a hole. Maybe he learns a technique of another style somewhere. Okay, and they say, okay, oh, 1, 2, 1, 1 a 1. Guardia, via. Stop. Centro. Oh, you're right first. Okay, by a 1. So, 2, 1. Let's do just 3 points. We have turn number. Vincito, winner in this case. Okay? Saluto. Fantastic. You can hide. And then I fall for the next couple. Okay. Saluto. Well, start a little far. Okay. Guardia. Via. Stop. Centro. Centro. Centro is your starting position. Okay. Okay. In this case, keep yourself here, correct? Yes. Okay. But his motion is towards up. So probably it would have been a lightsaber here. Okay. So even if I was like the motion I oh. Okay. Stop. Okay, I give you a white card, but it's a warning. Your action was you didn't complete an attack, but it was a face level. Okay, so a white card is a warning. Okay, not a penalty, but a violation. Via. Stop. Centro. Oh. Out. Guardia. Centro. Oh. Well, out. Finished. Thank you guys. Next. Okay, saluto. You want to say something? Okay, then when you finish, go outside. You may tell you something about your, or maybe you can make a.
In an arena, we start way further than we cannot kill out each other with the steps of one.
More or less. Okay. Guardia. Via. Tension. Just have fun. Let yourself. Stop. Okay, this is a very particular case. Okay. Yes, it's fine. Okay, because we have a rule. You are under a but it's already horizontal. And you just lower yourself and you can go up and all. This is actually a problem. Okay, because we consider falling on you. Okay. Okay. So you can't always just lower it. Okay. In this case, so a doppio. Okay. 0 to 0. 0 to 10. 1. Centro. 1 a 0. Guardia. Via. Stop. No, so this was a doppio. 1 a 0, and you had 3 assaults because you don't do a doppio and a 1 a 0, so he's the okay? Because two doppios, exactly. Grande, vai tu a cosa fuori. No, the doppio is 0. Ah, okay. Okay, we are doing full rules now. If you want to do
I thought you gave me
the motion was okay. Because I need a super because a rated edge, if I am on the wrong side, I can be something. So there is an official okay. I can tell what happens when it hurts. Okay. Yeah. Don't. So, I give you a yellow card in this case. Okay, because you were out of target and a little too strong for now. Okay, it wasn't that strong, but experience, also should be a yellow card. But yellow card for you is a point for you. Okay, 0, 2, 1, guardian, via. Relax, you don't have exactly. Stop. Okay. Good enough for you. So, o, uno, uno. Via. Okay. 2 a 1. Winner. Vincitore. Okay. Sometimes she was after a point because she was doing to say what she and usually we disagree tempo always when very sure what I'm saying is that Pakistan one movement because the public just look at me to understand it. Guardia. Via. So, one, zero. Guardia. You. It doesn't Yes. And then it's called vertical settings. Okay, remember we call the vertical lower, knowing that the things are short nose, and so we can help their of course internet and internet training. In this case, also
Yes.
way too much. again, some study for that. Same movement within in our time. Okay, so it's no. Uno, a uno. Guardia. Via. I know why she's not sure, I was not so much sure, so I say, okay, even without calling her here, we are not agreeing, the situation was a little bit tough, I say, okay, instead of, if a good judge is not certain of a point, the best thing he can do is say, Nulo, and do it again. Okay, Guardia, via. Everything was a little confusing, but I will give you a yellow card, okay? Because I meant to defend him. Okay, I failed. Defend that, so this is rule number 1, no pass. Okay. In this case, nothing too bad happened, but still, this is a different yellow card, so all the 1, 2. You are very good in help us to demonstrate all the different possibilities that can happen during the course. Exactly. Thank you guys for your support.
Next, ladies.
Array of exceptions.
Saludo. Guardiamo. Via. Stop. Centro. Oh. 1, 0. Try to aim here. Guardiamo. Via. Stop. Okay. In this case, find yourself very close. Okay. After a good lock, when you find so close, there are not really techniques. You just go for a little touch, and you do it. And it's perfectly fine. So, pause. Yes, okay, thank you. 2, 0. Guardiamo. Via. Stop. Thank you. Exactly. Pause. 2, 1. Winner.
Bravo, bravo, la Vladimira.
Saludo. Guardiamo. Inizia. Via. Keep going, because I need keep going. Stop. Oh. 1, 0. Guardiamo. Via. Stop. Oh. 20. 0. Guardiamo. Via. Ok. Oh. 2, 1. Vicino.
Next.
il nullo. Guardiamo. Guardiamo. Via.
And that's why I'm not saying
Oh, this case is perfect because it was very touch. I heard that you have been touched, but I couldn't know about a neon. No, this is something very property. Okay, you really had us. Okay. So, 0, 1, guardiamo. Via.
example. the one with
4, 0, 2, guardiamo. Via. Oh, 0, 3, but congratulations guys, very nice, try different beats, you didn't overspeed yourself, so everything was more smooth. You are more close to see. Thank you. Next. We can go on forever.
Okay, so next term. Jest Bałcie. Chose you.
Yes, they asked 2 against 2. We don't do 2 against 2. But we do team tournaments, but we decide which opponent we send against which from the
After each point.
And then there is a strategy.
You can switch the day after each point.
With which weapon, etc.
After each point.
Yes. Because when you do team tournaments, usually it's not with points but with lives. Like we are 4 or 5 in our team, and everyone has 3 lives. Okay. So after each call, declare, okay, you can say, okay, I want to stay or I change. So this is the strategy. Saluto. Guardia. Via. This was clearly a doppio. So 0 and 0. Okay, guys, slow down. You don't have protection, you don't have goals, so you don't need to. Guardia, I know that we need to show you, but slow down. Via. No, stop. Stop. Nice. Oh. 1, 0. Guardia. Via. Stop.
Judging by the sound, that was also doppio, but the first time.
1, then it was a doppio, quindi pareggio. Draw. These are again rules matches, and now it seems very fast because you know you only have 5 techniques and you just go for the points. There are more experienced people who play more, they study each other, they don't want to rush immediately because if the other person is a little experienced, you can block easily a rush attack.
Try to get side points because the assault just like 10 seconds long. You don't get side points.
You get less.
You get like maybe 1 for the action, but it's interesting to show the technique.
Okay. Centro. Saluto. Guardia. Tasti. Via. Stanza. It's more shameful to not tell all and let the judge say it was all. Like, come. So 0, 1. Guardia. Via. No. In this case, it was a doppio. Again, it was above your head when you were doing this. So, doppio, 0, 1, guardia. Just step back on this. Yeah. Stanza. Okay, stop.
Was it O or was it E? It was O.
Oh. E.
This is E.
This is E.
Yes. Okay, so E, nullo, nullo. Guardia, always 0, 1. Guardia, via. So, yes. In this case, you were on the side. So the point is for you. O, 0, 2. Okay. Conrad, you want to try? Okay. You want to try with one of us? Very, very slow. Okay.
Don't have energy.
Wants to try next? Nobody?
No, panie się chciały rzucać. Ja już nie walczę. Lewa.
I will. Let's try to be very precise. Okay? I will. Okay.
We actually do not start the fight if one of the opponents doesn't have those. It's forbidden to start. Or the other protections.
Usually hands were cut.
The gun.
Okay?
Saluto! Guardia! Via! Stop! Centro! Oh!
Remember to say, oh, okay, when you get hit.
1 to 0. Guardia! Via! Stop! Tempo. In this case, the O arrives at the same time as the E. You got the E here, but at the same time it should be O.
coming with a lateral, for example. So if I do this on its ends, okay, while the attack is still here, for example, okay, and it keeps going, this doesn't count, okay, because it should have stopped and say, and then if I do this, even if it can go on, I can go with another attack, even if because I'm safe. Okay, that's what my idea, maybe it was not perfectly executed. Sorry.
That's okay. And in this case, you also can get a card, a yellow card, because you've not opened. So you prevented him from getting a ball behind. So to rectify this, I would say yellow card, the point goes to the one who was wrong.
And no war.
No, it's not right now. I mean, it's for someone who knows that when you can see here, please.
Alright, can we do another one?
Yeah, go. Centro, guarda. Yeah.
Oh!
Stop. Centro. Oh. Due. Ah, uno. Vince.
Faccio uscire questa volta?
You just said you have counts to settle.
Good job.
Let's try. Maybe with one of us. Yes, you're not forced to do that. If you want to go very low against me or one of us, we can. We are a little more used to it. If you want, you just ask me.
Tu jest kamera.
1 a 0. Guardia.
Oops.
Via.
That one is actually to record yours. Only when you speak.
Continue. At this point, I could probably give you 2 yellow cards. Because you have already 1 point. So because I fear for your safety. So I'm giving you yellow, so it gives you 1 point and 1 point. So it's like 2 and 1. I can do that. I also could think that you just need a reminder that you are both doing strange things in the area of the face of your friend. So I would say yellow card. Then I choose that the yellow cards don't count as, since I've given 1 and 1, I can say +1, or I can say 0, 0. Okay? So it's still a strong penalty that you get yellow. For you, you must think, okay, I don't get it. So it's simple. Yellow for Pura. Careful to your opponent. Okay. 1, 0. Guardia. Okay. Ready? Via. Keep going.
battle sport has been a good one.
Via.
Nice, Luisa. Go. Almost. Nice. Nice.
You want to try one? Yeah, we talked about it.
You wanna go?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I just had this is a training session, it's not a tournament. Okay, so there was no reason for me to dominate him to speed up. Who cares? Okay, we are here to have fun and get better. Okay, so the idea is I go to this level pushing him. I'm not doing it by purpose. Okay, but maybe I try to be a little more slow and smooth, okay, to let him understand my attacks and make him have a chance to do the proper blocks, okay? And then sometimes I go, okay, he misses the block, okay, and I go for the target, very calm, with no reason to Who cares? Who cares? Okay.
Good job. The last one was at limit. There was a couple before that was very high, and I decided not yes. When I did the block, when I said I did this, I did that to let you understand. Like, oh, I'm scared because I see the saber here.
Via.
dopo attacca
Of course.
So your start.
For the opposite side, you always go back to the table because the table, the judge table, they have people know you, maybe they don't know your name. So you need to be at the same side. So, you're right. Uno a zero. Guardia. Via. Stop. Tempo. Oh, I think when there was a you felt it after. Oh, uno a uno. Guardia. Via. Stop. Tempo. Freeze. Io.
guardia
You
attacca
hold your head. Get your
Dual, it's a motion, it's a sequence.
Saluto! Guardia! Via! In this case, I see the ball you see, and then I hear that you say, oh, you got it. So I'm asking you, you got the ball? Here? So I'm asking you, do you think you get the ball first, or you are hit first?
Hard for me to say.
I would say
So now I'm asking the other one. It's the job of the referee to make sure that the athletes can speak. So I'm not imposing my will because at first I am in service of them. They are supposed to declare. So I want them to be as happy of the results as not happy of the result, but happy of the judgment as possible. You think it was a joke? Normally I have an assistant. This rarely happens. For me, I don't think it's a video. I think you are hit first. So I'm going to take the call. He doesn't know. He thinks it's a video. I'm taking the call. But I can also say, okay, we don't know. I don't want to exhaust the result. So I'm just saying we know. And usually it's the best way when you're not sure, because you are not managing one by the other. So, Tempo, zero, action. Guardia, via. Stop.
No?
Sorry. Okay. So, tempo.
She says stop, and then
Yes, you have to stop. My bad. I think I saw a hit. You say no. He says no. I'm okay, my mistake. Guardia. Via. In this case,
Come on, guys. Take the sabers and fight.
Okay, ready? Guardia! Via! Stop! Tempo! Oh! 1-0, guardia! Via!
Nice.
Stop! Tempo! Did you feel a touch here? No? Okay. Oh! 1-1. Guardia! Via! Stop! Tempo! Doppio! Because you can still your lane. 1-1. Pareggio. Saluto.
You're getting better.
Yeah.
Nice to see you're improving.
Jeszcze Kasia dawno nie była. Kasia, chodź. Tym scenarium pójdziesz? Dobra, chodź. Fajnie.
And the more you train, the more even this duel will have that's tremendous fun. The more you have the control, the practice, just trying to search for techniques. Okay.
Saluto.
You can really.
Guardia.
Yes, probably. This the national
Yeah.
team is here. I was there behind because I was organizing this one. So
Can we take a break to like get some knowledge about the story?
The back. Oh. 0-1. Guardia. Via. Stop. Tempo. Doppio. 0-1. Guardia. Via. Stop. Tempo. Decoration. Oh. 1-1. Pareggio. Dai. Saluto.
okay. Sarah, do you want to say something about style judgment or no?
Yeah, like tell us anything. Like what
You want to judge? You want to try to give actual point to a couple of them?
Okay, so I have given points to everyone until a certain part, because then it was basically all of you were doing the same thing, which is, of course, you have started to try to put in some hours, therefore you are not meant to be evaluating some judgment now, because we evaluate how good the sport is performed. We don't evaluate how beautiful you are or how nicely you move. Therefore, you are not right now doing Ludosport at its best, therefore I gave very few points, but it's absolutely natural. I gave a few points to Bartek, and to, sorry, remember your name.
Mateusz or
Mateusz,
Matteo.
okay? Because at some point he was very focused in trying to do Ludosport, so he was actually linking the dots in his fourth fight you were saying, I don't remember. He was trying actually to link blocks and to do proper technical attacks. Then I gave a couple of points to protect in the movement part and in the basic attacks again, because he was focusing on doing the proper attacks and moving outside of the Misura when he was blocking and then inside of the Misura when he was attacking. So nice work. A couple more points also around. Sometimes some fights a little bit worse, some other a little bit better. I gave some points mainly in the basics because sometimes you were trying more for your viewers at some point, trying to do actual laterali, actual fendette, while some other times a little bit less. And you get also a penalty at some point because of a direct in the face YouTube. Okay, but understandable mistakes. I did the steps for today, okay? So understandable mistakes, yes, not that many points, mainly in basic techniques and in the management of tools.
Consider that usually the minimum requirements for people to start to participate in a tournament, it's at least 3 months of practice, at least, and it's very, very few. Okay, usually people, they start from zero around September, October, when you start the academic year, and the first tournament usually is around March, at least in Milan. In some schools it's even May. Okay, so before going to a tournament and being judged even in the style, at least some months usually. Okay, because it's natural. Nobody knows these things by birth. Okay, so you need to practice, go in the gym every week and try again, make mistake, having your instructor shouting at you to stop to do stupid things, and this kind of stuff. Experience a hit on the face,
No,
it happens.
you
Okay.
do not stop doing hitting on the face until you receive.
Exactly. Not by purpose, but
Not
it
by
happens.
purpose.
When you receive one, say, okay, maybe I should be more cautious now. Okay. So, sorry?
Until you learn to block your sword instead.
Exactly. Okay. So it's something natural. Okay, today you started to do the sport 8 hours ago, more or less.
With 2-hour break.
With 2-hour breaks. So you did pretty well actually.
Yes.
Okay, so being the first time, and you improved duel by duel actually. I saw most of you very focused on watching your classmates and try to understand what we were doing properly and what we were doing wrong and try to learn from their mistakes and say, okay, sometimes it's also when you say, okay, now I won't do the same mistake again. And then you do another one. But that's perfectly natural. In order to not make mistakes, you have to make them all. Okay.
Or do nothing.
Exactly.
Now you have to stay there.
Sorry. But I had no years.
Nothing else to say.
No. Okay. So I don't know. It's almost time.
So almost time, so feels like we're cold, so not too much movement. But anyway, start to summarize like everything. We still have time until like 8 p.m., including changing and including leaving,
Okay.
including talk.
You have a question? Yes.
Yes, so I would be actually interested in seeing all the forms combined. Would you be like still in the shape and the strength to do like,
Switching
duel between yourselves, like experienced guys?
Okay.
Come on, button the legs.
Oh,
Go.
But he's way stronger than me.
Of course not like in your real strength, and you can do it slowly, but just present some techniques that we have
It's like to do some sparring.
some fun,
Does anyone of you feel like daggers or stuff?
Maybe it's not so.
You can go save this time.
Go Saber style.
Yes, we can just sparring without points.
I'm afraid.
Technical training.
So 64, right?
We'll try to mix, sometimes it's very hard for experienced people to just say, okay, now we'll do 4/4, now we'll do 4/5, because after years you merge together your own style. Okay, so maybe I'm very used to do from one because I teach a lot from one, so I can set myself for one. But for me, it's impossible to do just 4/3 or 4/5. I will mix.
You need at least 9 cubic meters to fight Saber
Oh, done!
Nice balance.
Okay. It was like a light sparring, trying different things. Doesn't care about you, that's the point. We're drinking points, of course. But
I noticed that even if it was a choreography, you had some pretty cool movements like
exactly. That's not a real I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't say this was also as competitive as a tournament. Probably if you were in a tournament, it would have been a little different. Okay. It was a sparring for training with no, let's say, no boundaries. Okay, using our stuff. And you see it's very more energetic than me.
That's great.
Okay.
Find it.
Muscles.
That's great.
Use this body.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Strength. These actions. I am more like.
Okay. About 4/5.
Because that's getting a little confusing. We've seen it before. With this, I'm moving way faster than with this. Okay?
here you actually use those.
Exactly. Sometimes it adds. We've seen it before. Go there. This is something. Okay?
Lepiej skręcić się.
And this is faster. And I give also the sensations. Sometimes when it's going on more than a minute, it's because it's like a sprint. It's for okay, you have to put all your energy, all your focus for some seconds, and then again. Sorry? A single saber, very few. Because it was range, one saber, and many strikes are very hard to control. This, they make the face immediately. I can do stuff. I use it outside to trick the distance. For example, I turn.
Nice, thank you.
That's our this, and they
One good thing is when you put it like this, it turns off.
we have not that much. There is not a floor.
That was entertaining.
Good job, guys.
Coming from the guy that loves saving.
Okay. Any questions? Something?
No, just a little suggestions, like, I see the audience, like,
So
I recommend, like, we started with improv, maybe we should end with, like, everyone fighting again, but trying to hit each other, actually. Like, just with your own tempo, nobody's going to watch you, nobody's going to judge you,
Of course.
so just keep safe.
Can we do, just to close the lesson, let's say this conversation, a final saluto in the Ludosport?
Yes, please do your way.
So, grab a saber, all of you, please.
Give me the stuff.
Oh, you wanted the stuff, okay. Do we have another one? Yeah, no, keep it there. So, oh, no, another stuff.
It's quite similar to
Yes, we can do a video. From here, Lori, from here,
wherever you want to start.
come closer. Can you come closer?
Maybe from here.
Hmm?
We can do it
No, from the inside.
from here. I am
Yes.
No, not vertical, not vertical. So, okay, without going from so step back, I show you our saluto and we will do together. So, our saluto starts from here. Let's just watch me, please, okay? I will do this and then we'll do one more step inside the circle, so all our points will touch in the center, okay? Then we will go back doing a ring, one position, okay, the long guardian, okay? Then arm, and then deactivate the saber. Okay? Pretty easy. So, let's do it all together. I'm your saber.
Just go.
Okay. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it. So,
Wait.
okay. So, ready? Salute. Okay. Ring. Guardian. And deactivate. So, thank you guys for today. It has been a wonderful experience. Our first time in Krakow, sorry, sorry.
the guys from Krakow are watching and they will invite you.
Hi, guys. It's an ambassador that has been better, so I hope there will be a chance to see you in the future one. We are still sometimes later now, so enjoy it with you. And what else? Thank you, Manon, David, Matt, and Sarah for helping us in this day. And I hope it has been a nice experience for you all. And of course, whenever you want to discover more Ludosport now, you know how to contact us. Was by Milan, Paris, in Eindhoven. You can visit us, or there are a lot of different galleries in wherever you want. Okay, just if you want to say, I was with Lorenzo Sarbarno in Barcelona, and they will say, yeah, let's try more ones. Okay, so thank you for having us.
You wanted to do something with the sabers. Tell them to buy them.
Okay. I didn't want to be so direct. Okay, so just back up. So sabers we use today, if you like them. There is a site that is called Gamma di Luce of it, okay, from Italy first. And there is the marketplace where you can buy them. The base price, they're not very cheap, of course, because there is certain technology. So the base price for one bar saber is 350 euros. Okay. But if you are really interested, the sabers we brought with us, we can give them to you for a discounted price. Okay, they are little used because we use it today. And my boss said that I can leave one of them with a saber for you for 250 if you are interested. So I'm not here to sell.
Can I buy one?
No. No. Okay. Then later, if you are interested, come talk to me and we will talk. Okay. We are also showing you the gloves. If some of you is interested, even for your practice, can be useful. We can talk about the best sizes. How much? 30 euros.
That's actually a good price. Like local glove was like 300 euros. 30 euros.
They're actually good for combat because the whole class is better.
Yes. Yeah. This.
Usually when you buy these gloves, the tone is not in the collection, but it's
So, each one. Okay. I'm done my.
Just with the blade, because the blade seems to be super flexible.
Yes, it's not just the blade. I don't know. I will send a message, and I'd say that around 20 euros probably.
20 euros.
Yes. But I have to ask. A new blade is 24, so this has been used a little, so maybe 20. Not very long, that used, but maybe Sarah is already taxing our boss.
Okay, cool. So thank you so much. Like we still have an hour to stay here, so no rush. If you still want to fight,
Yes, or if you have questions, want to talk, want to see something else.
There was little interest because I did this survey on our Discord about some after party. Anyway, do you have some plans? Perhaps anyone can join.
We don't. We know nothing. If you have some nice place to suggest us, we will. We are
Yeah,
all
I guess you would be interested with some late women. So
I have to wait. My girlfriend will arrive. My girlfriend will land around midnight. So yes, I have time to wait.
okay, so we still have a moment to discuss.
Oh yes.
You'll ask me
guys
guys.
want to go on a mission hour.
Yes. let me remember which side it should be.
Ah, shit.